Real Madrid played out a 1-1 draw against Atletico Madrid, dropping two precious points, handing the initiative over to Barcelona. If Barcelona managed to win Sevilla this night, they will cut the gap at the top of the table to 2 points, and then 1 point for Atletico Madrid. So it was an interesting game. If you saw that match, it was an interesting game. I don't know where Atletico Madrid players got their energy from, where they got their strength from. I don't know. The kind of energy that is in that team is something else. It's something else. They were chasing down every ball, every single ball, chasing down every Real Madrid player. Madrid tried to open up their midfield, open up their defenses, but they were solid on the night. In fact, they had to squeeze Real Madrid in such a way that they covered the spaces, they closed the spaces in the middle, leaving the spaces on the wing, which allows Madrid to play the ball much more on the wing. But then they couldn't do much damage because Vinicius tried to penetrate. He couldn't. They couldn't do much damage to Atletico Madrid from the wings, which gives them the opportunity to come through the middle. But Madrid right now doesn't have the midfielders to penetrate. They don't have the midfielders to be able to penetrate. Bellingham is not a ball-playing midfielder. He's a midfielder that has eye for goal. Valverde also had to move into that playmaking role. If you understand what was happening in the game, Valverde couldn't go to, when Luka Modric and Toni Kroos were still playing, Valverde always get into spaces where he has to shoot from outside the 18 yards box. But this time around, it doesn't happen like that. Because of what? He has to move into that playmaking position to be able to win the ball back and be able to turn defense into attack. The same thing with Ceballos. Ceballos has that energy, he was matching those guys measure for measure, power for power and stuff like that, but then this energy couldn't last for 90 minutes because at the end of the day, he was removed. So Real Madrid tried to open up their spaces, open up the defenses of Atletico Madrid in the first half, but then it was very difficult for them, And Atletico had to launch, series of counter attack. Their transition was so good. It's just the final passes, to be able to get over the line. That was what was missing. But then all around, it was an amazing game from both sides. Madrid showed their class. In the second half, they were a bit sluggish. The way they moved the ball around. But in the second half, they showed their class. They showed their class, they showed their mentality, they showed that they needed this point, they needed to win. Moments into the second half, they got that goal from Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe was so prolific on that night. He worked so hard on that night. But then I feel Real Madrid fans, they don't give much credit to Rodrigo. They don't always give much credit to that Rodrigo. Rodrigo is a powerhouse. He's an amazing guy. The kind of accolade and credit that goes to Vinicius and Mbappe, Bellingham, this same credit should go to Rodrigo. That guy is very amazing. He's a good player. No doubt, he's a good player. Yes, I'm a Barcelona fan, but the truth has to be said. He's a good player. He was spot on the night, trying to make those runs, from the wings. He was causing those problems from the, very amazing guy. Another player that impressed me in that Real Madrid shirt was that Asensio. I don't know where Real Madrid got that guy from. That guy is so amazing. Seriously, his pace is there, everything, time, spot on, tactically aware in terms of that defense, the way he marshaled that defense, the way he controlled the defense line, in as much as he was playing with Tchouaméni, and because Madrid defense was somehow porous on that night. You can imagine where the first team defense are not there. So you can imagine, you can just understand what happened. And that guy came in, filled the void, and there was no lapses or leakages on his side. Seriously, Madrid played an amazing game. Kudos to Kylian Mbappe. Right now, Kylian Mbappe has, 16 league goals in 21 appearances for in La Liga alone. 16 league goals, 2 assists in 21 La Liga games. That is amazing for a guy that is trying to, transit from PSG to Real Madrid, trying to acclimatize to La Liga, to Real Madrid, the culture, the teammates and everything. Is doing massively well for himself right now and for Real Madrid. Julian Alvarez on his own side, he has scored 17 goals since he came to Atletico Madrid. 17 goals. And in terms of his goals and assists, he has 21 goals and assists, for Atletico Madrid. So these guys are performing, they are outperforming themselves. They are doing so well, doing marvelously well what they can. I saw if you watch the press conference of Diego Simeone, I equally know that the bad blood that existed all this while will always come to fore. He said in the press conference that Barcelona remains the best team in La Liga. The way they try to play, the way they set up their team, the way the guys try to match out the play, that they are so amazing. So, but it's just stating the obvious because definitely everybody can see that Barcelona is doing so well in La Liga. They are doing so well right now. Even this season, they've been amazing. They've been amazing. As much as, yes, we are not topping the table yet because of one or two inconsistency and stuff like that, but they are amazing. They are doing so well. Then Real Madrid on their own part, why is it that Real Madrid has not been able to win top teams just like the way they used to? we saw them drop points against Atletico Bilbao. Atletico Bilbao win them 2-1, I think. AC Milan defeated them in the Champions League, I think 3-1 or thereabout. You know, they lost against Barcelona. Now they drew the match against Atletico Madrid, and some other couple of matches that they've not really quite laid down a marker in terms of meeting the big boys and stuff. And it raises fundamental question about their meeting in the Champions League against Manchester City in the playoff. So, but that is a whole set of issue. But right now, you know, Madrid dropping 2 points is handing the initiative over to Barcelona. Remember, I told you people that I seriously believe that Barcelona is going to win the league this season. I seriously believe that, you know, given the way things are turning out to be and stuff like that. I believe that once Barcelona climbs that table, it's going to be a different kettle of fish for them, you know, because the boys are hitting form at the right time, you know, and as opposed to Madrid. But maybe all those things are down to injuries. Injuries have really ravaged this Madrid team. If not for the squad depth that they have, I saw on the bench Luka Modric was there, Camavinga was there. But Luka Modric is past his best years. Ancelotti, for his own brilliance, gave him 10 minutes of game time yesterday. But then even within that 10 minutes, he was unable to like make some kind of impact in the game and stuff like that. So, but it was an amazing game, Oran, an amazing game. If you watch that game, for some reason, Madrid played well. In the second half, Madrid launched series of attacks. You know, series of attacks. They played, in fact, it's one of the best games that I watched Real Madrid playing. They played with their heart, you know, they played with everything. Jude Bellingham was trying to get that goal. You know, Jan Oblak was spot on the night, you know. Jose Jimenez and that Atletico Madrid defense, you know, they did an amazing job. Diego Simeone, he will take pride in this team and everything. So, amazing game. But share your thoughts and your perspective. Let's see what you think about that match. You know, let's see what you think. Let's see how maybe your own eyes might be different in compared to what I think, you know. But it was an amazing game if you ask me. Once again, follow Felix Xclusive, like my video, share it, repost it, meet me at the comment section. You know, share your thoughts and your perspective. Let's see what you think. You know, thank you.